Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Beverly. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. Getting stronger day by day. I couldn't keep you waiting, even though my hair falling flat. No, I'm serious. I wasn't doing my hair the whole time. There's a little straight piece. That's what some people call me, by the way. Little straight piece. They might be wrong, they might be right. We'll never know. Adam's moving. Jonathan thinks we won't miss him. I, in fact, will miss him. I was going to ask him about a few questions. And yet, if you're not here, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll miss you, Jonathan. You've got Anna hair right now, braided, but Beverly, that's the right thing to do. You just keep it in that nice braids, and that's the best way. You have to. I am practicing doing my hair for my trip. I need to be a hair ninja. I'm not. So from now, oh, you wish it was curly. I don't know what that means. I don't have curly hair. This is the curliest my hair gets. It's falling flat by the minute. We'll do a little sexy shakedown. Oh, so much body. It'll be poker straight by the end of this. Anyways, we're going back to the case that we started earlier this week. That's why I called it part 2. Judge Manning. I think we were at cross-examination, if I'm not wrong. Shall we get there again? Together? Together. Judge, say one of your lines. Maybe like cameras on, stay on mute.
All right, everybody, turn your cameras on and stay on mute for me. Turn your cameras on and stay on mute.
Thank you, Judge. Anyways, let's get to the cross-examination. That's where we were. Oh, we didn't see a break, did we? So we're not there yet. Oh, we're back at pictures. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're back again. Where are the pictures everybody's saying?
House. You did not make any. He's right here with
Was you filed much. That's why she filed this, Judge. She's been going up.
the object sure as to what.
Hold on, I guess we have to go back a little bit further. Where we saw this part, this is when he was testifying. Courtney! Hi, baby. Oh, is this it?
You can get out of.
I'm positive we went through this together. He talks. Oh. Was it here?
I have no further questions, Judge.
There it was. Oh my God.
All right.
Heck yes.
Follow up, Ms. Bea.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Finley, one of the exhibits that your attorney presented was with regards to your receipt for your keys that you had put into the house. Is that correct?
Yes,
And that receipt was dated August the 14th. Is that correct?
yes,
And when you returned to the house on August the 14th, Ms. Finley was not there. Is that correct?
yes, and yes.
Now, with regards of how did you get into the house on August the 14th if she was not present?
I used a lot. Smith,
Judge, that's all been asked and answered. He's already testified to this at least 2, if not 3 times.
Your Honor, I'm only asking with regards to the fact that he just admitted into evidence with regards to receipt, with regards to the key. So I was just trying to make sure that I was clear with regards to that.
Okay.
With regards to the keys, you had indicated that you left the keys in the door, and in the video, you make the comment, I'm not gonna talk to her, but I'm gonna leave the keys right here for her. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. Now, with regards to the cameras that was in the house when you returned to the house, again, Ms. Finley wasn't there, but the camera was in place in the garage. Is that correct?
yes,
And Ms. Finley did return on August the 15th. Is that correct?
yes,
Now, with regards to the August 15th, when she returned, that's when she returned with the officer. Is that correct?
yes,
And when they were in the house, you did not make any mention about the video cameras. Is that correct?
no,
That's
I
not
mean-
correct, or that is correct?
yeah, that's good, good, good. I'm glad you clarified that. Yes, I did not make a mention.
And when she was outside of the house, you did not make any mention about the camera as well. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Now, with regards to the kitchen and the kitchen that you presented some pictures with regards to the kitchen, it was with regards to demonstrating that there was just stuff all in the kitchen. I just want to get clarification as the purpose of that picture that you were trying to demonstrate.
I didn't put that picture up now. I don't know how to answer that.
Okay. And with regards to you returning to the home, isn't it true that Ms. Finley wasn't present? She was out of town with regards to you returning to the home, and you decided to change the locks versus just waiting for her to come to the home. Is that correct?
Objection, Judge, asked and answered. Repeatedly asked and answered.
Yeah, he changed the locks. I got that.
Now, Mr. Finley, with regards to the contempt that you have filed against Ms. Finley, isn't it correct that before the TPO or anything was filed, you and Ms. Finley both had items in the master bedroom? Is that correct?
Yes,
So with regards to the items that were still there when you returned on the 14th, when she wasn't there, were the items that was already there besides her sleeping in the bedroom before you returned? Is that correct?
He's gonna say yes. And Sashina, how are you? How was your first couple days? It's very, very warm here right now. I know the rest, America is getting colder a little bit in the south, but good Lord, it's hot here. I've been in air conditioning all day. I didn't realize it was so fucking hot. It's only partially caused by me being so hot. I'm used to that though. I can handle that. I can handle it.
no, that's not correct. There was more stuff there.
But the majority of the items that were in the closet was items that she already had in there. Is that correct?
Only half of the closet was occupied by her. She took everything I had and threw it in the other room.
Threw it in the other room, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, I have nothing further for this witness. You want to address the attorney fees, Your Honor, but I assume that I don't have a copy of the affidavit. I understand that opposing counsel says it's still part of the record. I have my office trying to retrieve a copy of it. I do wish to go through and challenge the attorney fees, but I'm not sure if you want me to do that with Mr. Finley or with his attorney.
Yeah, we can do that after we're finished. Anything else, Ms. Johnson, for him?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Finley, why didn't you just call your son and ask him for his keys? That's a question for you, Mr. Finley.
Why I didn't ask him for his keys?
I mean, when you found the locks, you couldn't get in. Why didn't you just go by? He's at Morehouse. Pick up his keys and let yourself in.
Just trying my best to keep him out of it, man.
Oh, y'all aren't keeping him out of it. I
I did,
pointed that out last week. Y'all are not keeping him out of it.
and I say one thing, ma'am.
No. I wanted to know why you didn't go by and get the keys. Y'all have any other questions for him?
I don't, Your Honor.
Ms. Johnson,
No, Your Honor.
all right. Anything else? Ms. Bea?
Your Honor, yes, my client wishes to testify.
Okay.
I wasn't sure whether Miss Johnson was finished or not.
Ms. Johnson? She said she didn't have anything else for him to you, Ms. Johnson. I'm sorry, I thought I just asked.
Nothing more from him, but again, we've already had an evidentiary hearing. Your Honor already had,
Well,
I
this,
mean,
okay, never mind. Go ahead.
well, I just want to make sure that I'm clear, Your Honor. This is a contempt matter, and Ms. Finley does get an opportunity to defend herself against the contempt. We also did file our contempt matter. I understand it may not be on the court's calendar. We would ask that that be scheduled as well. The court can hear that matter with regards to her contempt. But with regards to this particular contempt, my client is ready to proceed and testify.
what is the plan for this house?
Well, Your Honor, it's my understanding that both parties want the house. So Judge Williams is going to have to make a determination. And I've explained,
Oh, stop, Mr. Finley. Are you texting your lawyer? Because I know you're not sitting in the middle of my hearing, kick back like we're back on the block, texting somebody. Unless you're communicating with your lawyer, you should probably pay attention. I can't believe it. All right, so go ahead, Ms. Bria. Both parties want,
Your Honor, it's my understanding that both parties wanted the house. That may have changed since then. I know my client still wants the house. I know there's an issue with regards of the fact of who gets what equity. There are also some real estate property that the parties have that is rental property.
is that empty? Is any of that property empty?
It was my understanding that one of Mr. Finley's houses was empty. I'm not sure if he moved somebody in there. It's my understanding that his mom is staying in another one that he also has as well.
Your Honor, we're getting to issues of the divorce at this point. I don't think that's appropriate at this time, but to answer your question, we don't know what the judge is going to do with this house. The judge is either going to order it to be sold or is going to order that one of the parties remain in the house. Again, toward the beginning of this hearing, there was quite difficulty with my client being displaced from this house, which is why I filed the motion for an emergency hearing, the divorce action, and which is why I was very specific in my response to the TPO. It is extremely difficult for him to be out of this house because of the type of work that he does, and that house is actually hot wired to his job, Judge.
And of course, Your Honor, we dispute that. We believe that everything is cloud-based, that his employer has advised him that he does not have to be at that house. It is what he is choosing to do, Your Honor. But at the end of the day, it's his word against hers as to what is relevant when it comes to this house. At this point, Your Honor, Ms. Finley is ready to testify. He's admitted that he has moved furniture into the Jack and Jill room. That furniture is molded. That furniture has caused my client to have some medical issues now. And she's prepared to testify to what has been going on. I do believe, Your Honor, part of the testimony that was earlier was with regards to my client giving me the codes to give to Ms. Johnson, to give to Mr. Finley. But as the court is aware, I was not representing her in the TPO matter. So I'm not sure why she would have been giving me the codes to give to him. But nonetheless, Your Honor, we are ready to address the contempt. I believe that if the court does find my client have not complied completely, I think it is not willful. And I think she can explain to the court why she did the things that happened since the court's order, which she wasn't even home when the court's order was initially issued, the file version of the order.
Did both parties take all of this time to sit back and think about what y'all are fighting over?
Your Honor, like I said before,
I mean, no,
usually say
no,
it takes two people to tango and it takes two people to fight. Not this time, Judge. Not this time.
oh, no, both parties were out of control last hearing. I mean, out of control. But this is something, and I can tell you, Judge Williams may make y'all put it up for sale and both of you move out. I'm just telling you. That's a possibility. So hopefully you guys are thinking of something, but I mean, I'm not. What is it that's so hardwired on this house that he has to be in this house to work remotely? What is it that makes him have to be there?
Well, that's going to be a question for my client to respond to, and I can certainly do that as well. But let me just say this one last thing, Judge. This is a court of equity. This is a court of equity. And we're asking the court to do something that is fair. And what would have been fair was her to keep the peace and keep the status quo until the divorce judge had an opportunity to hear all of the evidence and all of the facts of this case, and then make a determination. He had been in that master suite since 2010. Now, with that said, Judge, I will let my client answer that question. He's better at it than I am. Would you like for him to respond to that question?
Better at it than you are. I don't know if he can answer it directly without going on some sort of like diatribe. Can you answer it directly, Mr. Finley? What is it that's so special there, hardwired or something at that house? What is it?
So these are the machines. I can't do anything about the focus, but these are the machines that I use.
You got everything blurry, so you can take your blurred background off. That's exactly what you can do. Can you not just tell me, sir? Answer the question. Just answer.
The machines I have, I do demonstrations for CTOs and executives at major corporations and government officials. I develop things here. They're very powerful machines. They simulate cloud-based computing.
May I ask a follow-up question to that, Judge?
Sure.
What type of security clearance do you need in order to do your job, Mr. Finley?
I work on federal, state, local, hospitals, and major corporations.
Mr. Finley, you did not answer her question. What clearance level
Up
do
to the secret level clearance,
Okay.
maybe more.
When
I
you're
did not hear you. I did not hear you. You're speaking at the same time. What kind of clearance level?
Up to secret level clearance.
Mr. Finley, I need for you to explain in layman's terms, okay? How have you been displaced from your home? How did that impact your ability to do your job?
Everything that I was developing for customers for demonstrations, I had no access to. So I had to have those meetings rescheduled, moved, and changed until I could get back to this environment to take the work I was doing and upload it somewhere else.
What type of internet connection do you need in order to do your job? And why can't you have that at your mom's house?
I have fiber here. I create simulated networks that are up to 500 gigs in size, and they are uploaded to other environments. My mom's internet is like 30 megs. It's ridiculously slow.
And what specifications or special adjustments have you made to the equipment at that house in order for you to do your job to your fullest capacity?
The rack that I showed you was blurred. There are two 20-amp circuits that are pulled under here so that this room can be powered without affecting any other rooms in the house. It's also hardwired all the way down to the internet connection. There is no wireless connectivity to my house, to my office. It is hardwired.
And I'm sorry, Judge, just two more questions. I know you're ready to go.
No, I'm just listening.
And It's my understanding that Miss Finley does work out of the house as well, correct?
Correct.
And what does she do?
Forecast, I believe a forecast analyst for Javi
When did she begin to start working from the house, from home?
during COVID.
So in 2020?
Yes,
And how long have you been working from home?
since February of 2010.
And in your opinion, would it be easier for her to move out and still be able to do her job than it would be for you to move out?
Yes,
Why do you say that?
because all she has is a laptop. She can go to a wireless connection and be anywhere. She does not have the physical dependencies on machines that I have.
And she also has rental properties, does she not?
She does.
All right, and she can go, could she not?
Yes,
And she makes 6 figures, does she not?
No.
not quite sure what it is. I think it's between that and her rental income, it should be over 6 figures.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, Your Honor, I get the opportunity to cross-examine him about this, correct?
Sure.
Mr. Finley, you indicated earlier that you can't work out of your mother's home. So when you were out of the house during the TPO, you indicating you weren't able to do any of your work?
No, it didn't indicate that I couldn't do any of my work.
Is your testimony that you are not able to do your work unless you're physically in this house?
My testimony was the work that I was developing and working on up until the time of that TPO, I had to abandon it because I
Right.
couldn't come back or get to it.
My question to you, is it your testimony that you cannot perform your duties for your employer unless you are located at that house?
That's incorrect.
So you are able to create and do the things that IBM requests of you, whether you are physically in that home or at another location. Is that correct?
That's incorrect.
Now, with regards to you working from home since 2010, before COVID, how often did you travel for work purposes?
Your Honor, while he's
Yes, Mom.
pondering that, Judge,
Your
may
Honor,
I take a vote?
I did not interrupt her, Your Honor.
Your Honor, my battery is about ready to die. I need about 30 seconds to grab my charger. That's what I was gonna say.
How about everybody take a 3-minute break? We'll be right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm gonna grab some crackers. Oh, is somebody talking? Well, we're not gonna listen. Judge is always prompt. We love you, Judge Manning. Also, why would the lawyer not have plugged her device in? How rookie.
I'm here. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, Mr. Finley, turn your camera back on. Mr. Finley, turn your camera back on. All right, go ahead, Ms. Baya.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Finley, we were talking earlier about your work. Now, you indicated that you've been doing your, the type of work you're doing since 2010. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And based on the type of work you were doing, you used to travel quite a bit, at least once or twice a month. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And it's only since COVID that you had to reduce the traveling. Is that correct?
That's not quite correct.
Okay, so your testimony is that before COVID, you were still you were not traveling about once or twice a month?
I've received 3 promotions since COVID.
Since COVID? Congratulations. And
Thank you.
with regards to those promotions, you do quite a bit of work with regards to the government, which you stated earlier about, is that correct?
That is correct. My first promotion was to the federal team.
Right, and you are setting up different designs for them that you physically go and help them out with regards to that, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and you're able to do that work even though you're not physically at the house, is that correct?
When I was on the federal team, yes.
Okay, now with regards to this hardwire equipment, you used to have more service than you have right now, is that correct?
That is correct.
And they came and removed some of those servers, is that correct?
That is incorrect.
So you have the same number of servers you've always had?
Correct.
Okay, now with regards to being cloud-based, is it your testimony that your job is not a cloud-based job?
That is correct.
You're indicating that you have to be hardwired no matter what you have to do with regards to your work, is that correct?
That is correct.
What is the name of your supervisor?
Johnny Smith.
Now, you know that's funny. Now, with regards to Mr. Smith, if he was to testify, would verify that you need to be hardwired to do your job?
Ma'am, if I call him, he will get on the phone.
My question was, we testified to the fact that you need to be hardwired, you have to be with your machines. Is that correct?
Yes, I nodded my head to the affirmative.
The court reporter can't take a nod. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Sorry, you need to speak. This is a dry record. You need to say yes or no.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Finley, you had indicated earlier that your mom's house does not have the hardware that you need. So is your testimony is that you cannot perform any of your job duties any other place but in that physical home? Is that your testimony?
Are we talking about my mom's house? I cannot do it from my mom's house. I can't do it from here.
Okay, and based on the fact that you can't do that at your mom's house, it's your testimony that if the court was to order you to have to leave the house and the house be sold, that you're not going to be able to do your work?
That's correct.
Now, with regards to property, how many rental properties do you own?
2.
And is there a reason why you can't move into your rental property?
Yes,
And the reason would be because you need hardwire?
because they're occupied.
Now, with regards to because you testified earlier about Ms. Finley, so I get to ask you about this. You said she has rental property. Is it true her rental property is occupied as well?
I do not know.
Okay. Now, with regards to income, you don't know what Ms. Finley makes. Is that correct?
I only know what was put in the discovery packet.
Okay. How much do you make a year?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
She asks about my client's income, Your Honor. I think I have an opportunity to ask about his as well.
Go ahead, answer the question, sir.
Approximately $152,314.
So you make more than enough that you can be able to relocate if need be. Is that correct?
No, I don't.
You don't think 150,000 a year is enough to relocate?
No, I don't.
Okay. Now, I just want to make sure I'm clear. In the past, you have worked in Germany or Australia and various countries. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And still having your servers at the house. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you've been in DC and Florida working while you still have those servers at the house. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Your Honor, I don't have anything else with regards to asking him about his employment and the servers. I still do want to have an opportunity to have my client testify with regards to defending herself against this TPO.
You have any more follow-up, Ms. Johnson?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Bea.
And I misspoke, against this contempt matter, not a TPO. Ms. Finley, if you would please raise your right hand. Do you affirm and swear that the testimony that you're going to provide to the court today is true and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Please state your name for the record.
LaQuasha Deshelle Finley.
And Ms. Finley, you're the Ms. Finley that is a party of this order that the court has entered back on August 13th of this year, is that correct?
Yes,
Now, when did you receive that order from the court?
I looked at on the 14th, I think it was the 14th, August the 14th of 2022
And on August the 14th, 2022, where were you?
in Biloxi, Mississippi.
And why were you in Mississippi?
A friend of mine had passed away
Okay. And how long were you down there?
for 4 days.
So when did you actually arrive down there?
Oh, apologize. I have to look back at the calendar.
If you don't recall, that's fine. When did you return back to Atlanta?
On the 15th of August.
Now, on the 15th of August, when you returned, you returned with the police escort?
Yes,
And why was that?
because the respondent was in the home already and I didn't know what I would walk into. And I fear for my safety.
Okay. Now, prior to the court having a hearing on the TPO matter, and we're not going to get into the facts of the TPO matter. After the hearing, you had left the house to go to Mississippi with regards to your friend who had passed. Sorry for your loss. So between the court hearing and the 14th, tell the court what you did with regards to being in the house, your stuff in the house, and everything that's in the house. If you would explain to the court what happened with regards to the stuff.
Yes, half of my stuff was already in the master bedroom. So I just moved my items from one of the Jack and Jill rooms all into the master bedroom. So I actually just pushed all of my stuff into the master bedroom and neatly placed all of the petitioner stuff in one of the Jack and Jill bedrooms, the one to the fourth bedroom, put everything neatly. It was even a walkway for him to go around. The only thing that I could not put into that one bedroom was a very large sofa that was in the master bedroom. It was a green sofa. That green sofa I put to the basement because it was no space in the house for it. Excuse me.
Ms. Finley, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No, the other room was left neatly attached to the Jack and Jill bedroom with a bed and dresser as well.
Now, this is what you done once the TPO was entered. You had moved the stuff around in the house. Is that correct?
Yes,
You didn't do this after you had the court hearing on August the 5th or 6th. Is that correct?
no, I did it before that time.
Okay. And so what happened after the court had issued the ruling with regards of removing those items from the master bedroom? If you would explain to the court what happened with regards to that.
So I moved, so I did not move myself out immediately. Once I did read through trying to understand everything in the order, but I did move all of my stuff. There was no place for me to move back into the Jack and Jill room because it was occupied. Craig had the petitioner had put furniture that had never been in the house. It got molded like in 2012 and he's supposed to throw it away and he didn't. That was put in one bedroom with his stuff, and then across the other hall, it was just stuff spread out everywhere. And he had also had stuff in the closet. So I have my stuff lined up on the catwalk. I have stuff in Solomon's room stacked up, and that's actually where I'm sleeping now on half of the bed. My clothes are on one half, and then I'm sleeping on the other half of the bed in Solomon's room.
Your Honor, if I can share my screen.
What
Sure.
a miserable life these people live.
Ms. Finley, I wanted to show you what's been marked as petitioners number 11. Can you see this document or this picture?
Yes,
And what is this a picture of?
that is the furniture that we moved in 2010 and went to the basement, and it was exposed in 2012 to mold. We had items exposed down there. That's that molded furniture, which is above my office.
Okay, so where is this furniture currently located?
In one of the fourth Jack and Jill bedroom.
Okay, and was this furniture in that Jack and Jill bedroom prior to the court having a hearing?
No,
And when was this furniture moved into the Jack and Jill bedroom?
Like September the 5th.
Okay, and this molded furniture, is it a chair and a sofa? If you would describe what it is?
It's an actual sofa and a love seat.
And this is a true and accurate picture of the furniture?
Yes,
It looks very dusty. What is that on the furniture?
that is the mold that was in the basement. Everything else was clean, but those two, Craig was supposed to clean those back in 2012 when it happened.
Okay, so Your Honor, I'd like to admit petitions number 11.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Now, with regards to, so that furniture now is in the house upstairs in the house environment?
Yes,
And so what has transpired since that furniture has been in the house?
my office has started to smell moldy. My throat, I don't have like allergies, really, only food allergies, but my throat has been feeling like I was swallowing glass and I didn't understand. But I've been having respiratory issues over the
Why
last
why
few
did
days.
you keep a moldy couch? I don't understand why you.
I should have thrown it out on my own. I threw out the rest of it, but he wanted to try to clean it, but it was supposed to be cleaned back in 2012. I wish Yon and I would have thrown it away then. I really do.
And
Good.
as a result of the molded furniture, what has happened to you health-wise?
I'm having issues with my sinus passage in my throat. And so, and just, I guess just allergies running. I'm not feeling well at all.
Did you go to the doctor about this?
I did. I
What did they
did.
tell you?
Objection, hearsay.
What was your diagnosis?
Objection,
Oh,
hearsay.
gosh. I forgot the
Did they give you,
virus.
Hearsay.
Yeah,
Tell me what the doctor
My
said.
microphone working?
it's
There it is.
oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember the exact name of it. But it's
Judge,
like a virus.
it's okay, Ms. Finley. How recent was it that you were diagnosed by the doctor? How recent?
That was on Saturday, which
Okay.
was, yep. On
I like to,
Saturday.
Your Honor, I'm gonna share my screen again.
Okay.
1 second. Ms. Finley, I'd like to show you what's been marked as petitioner number 12. And if you would tell us, what is that a picture of?
That was Craig's items put into one room. And so I placed it, you'll see his clothes on a rack hanging up. What I could not put on a rack, I laid them neatly on the bed, which is how I have my clothes even laid now. And then I put stuff on the dresser and I
Thank you, thank you, thank you. 21 months NPC. WTF? This house seems miserable. Could you imagine living there? No wonder Solomon ran away. Allegedly. Allegedly, in my opinion.
put stuff in order and neatly put it together.
Now, you did this after the ex parte was issued or after the
Yes.
court issued the order on August the 14th?
After the ex parte was issued, I slowly moved stuff into that room.
Your Honor, I'd like to admit petitions number 12.
Any objections?
No objection.
All right, it's admitted.
Now, Ms. Finley, you had indicated that you had moved the stuff over there to the bedroom. Can you explain to the court why you had moved that stuff after the ex parte?
Because what I realized that Jack and Jill room is so small. Both times when the petitioner had broken into the room in the middle of the night, you have no time to respond. It's like they're already on you. But I saw like being in the master bedroom, being for that distance, I felt like more at ease. And so I was like, this is a better fit because I was fearing for my safety, depending on how he came at night and awakened me during the night. that room gave me more distance or more time to prepare than being in that Jack and Jill room, because once that door opens, whoever is at that door, they're on you.
And since Mr. Finley has returned to the house, are
Jack and Jill room.
Oh my gosh, my permanent lurker startled me. And so I said, oh Vicky P, I love thee. But I went back 10 seconds, so I'll go back 30 seconds and then forward 30. And then we should be where we're at. We should be where we're at. Boo. Love you, Vicky. Thank you for 21 months.
moving to the Jack and Jill rooms?
I am not. He moved both beds downstairs to the basement.
I want to show you what's been marked as petition number 14. And this is a picture of what?
That's the room that I used to sleep in, where there's a bed. It was a queen bed and a nightstand and stuff there in that room.
And when did this stuff get into the room?
When the
Yes,
petitioner moved back in, like on the 14th.
Oh, Miss Beverly, send in $5. Please direct your energy to getting better, Miss Beverly. We love you. Always on my mind. Always. But thank you so much. Also, this whole situation, this is all a mess, ma'am and sir.
I guess during the 14th or 15th of August.
And is that stuff still in the room?
Yes.
And where is the bedroom furniture with regards to that was in that room that you were initially sleeping in?
It's in the basement.
Your Honor, I'd like to admit on petitions number 14.
No objection.
Submitted.
Now, Ms. Finley, you were indicating with regards to the space with regards to the Jack and Jill room. Is there beds in either room at this point?
No.
And when did the beds get removed from the bedrooms?
Hi, loud.
Sorry, just like that.
I was asking you, when were the beds removed from the Jack and Jill bedrooms?
I think on September the 5th. The 5th.
Petty people
Of
getting
September.
divorced.
Now, I want to show you what's been marked as petitions number 10. If I can just share my screen again.
What kind of notification was that?
And what is this picture of?
So that's all of his stuff in one room. I'll call it bedroom 4.
Okay.
Humble
And is this a
brag.
true and accurate picture of the bedroom?
Yes.
And what's all this other stuff? Is this gym equipment? What else is this?
That's gym equipment that he had in the master bedroom, his weights and everything.
The
Those are
master bedroom.
that's a behind that gym, that's a sauna, like a portable sauna spa they have. And that's on top of the bed. I couldn't fold it down, so I just placed it on top of the bed, as well as his clothes.
And this was done after the ex parte, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, once the court had issued the order with regards of you all having to share the master bedroom, why weren't you able to?
Oh my gosh, Miss Donna, Orlando Chiquita, the names, they are messed up, but you're gifting so much. Thank you so much. That is amazing. I love it. And it keeps sounding like they're saying the masturbate room, doesn't it? Wow. Thank you so much, Miss Donna. I was thinking of you today. I saw the temperature in Orlando. Orlando, baby. Hey, look at that. Darth J, and you thought you were a hoarder. Oh my gosh. First of all, thank you so much. And second of all, right? These people just throwing their dirty laundry up here, literally. Jack and Jill, they have 2 Jack and Jill rooms. Can somebody explain that to me? Is that Jack and Jill and then John and Joan or something like that? I'm really not sure. What the fuck? Judge is done with it though. And as a reminder, this isn't even a divorce. This is their contempt on a TPO? The TPO where they share the master suite? No, the masturbate room. They share it.
To move your stuff out of the master bedroom.
It wasn't anywhere like to put my stuff. Like once I was looking at configure it, and then I was trying to hire somebody to help me count it because I was trying to understand how to move it and then be it in the Jack and Jill, because this would have been the first time that all of my items was together, because before half of my stuff was in the master bedroom and half was where I was sleeping. So moving into that other bedroom, it still wouldn't keep us 15 feet, and then not having anywhere to kind of place everything. It's difficult.
Ms. Finley, were you intentionally violating the court's order?
No, ma'am.
You understood that the court indicated that you had to remove your stuff from the bedroom, is that correct?
Yes, and I actually thought that was said the furniture too, and I was assuming that as well too.
So your reason for not moving is because of what?
I thought I had to actually move the furniture. Like I actually got someone a moving company to give me a quote, an estimate of how much. It was like over $700, and I didn't do that. But when we met last time and Yarna said I could just move my clothes, I did comply. I moved all the clothes and I left the furniture in the room.
Now, Ms. Finley, I want to show you what's been marked as petitions number 23.
Manuel, one time we had a case
Ms. Finley,
where,
what is
oh
this?
my God, okay, people don't go to the garage, okay? This was many years ago anyways, but one time we had a case where they actually were splitting the meat in the freezer. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Crazy.
Is this familiar to you?
Yeah, so after I left on August the 15th, I went ahead and gave Craig I text Craig the code, which I thought that I was giving him the code.
Did you get a message saying that he didn't get it?
No, ma'am, I did not. Like if you can scroll, nothing came back to me.
Is this a
Nothing.
true and accurate copy of the text message between you and Mr. Finley on August the 15th?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to admit petitions number 23.
No objection.
All right, it's admitted.
So you did provide him the code to the garage, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what was the reason for the alarm system? What about this alarm system? What happened with regards to the code to the alarm system?
I explained to him and the officer that I would not set the alarm. I would not set the alarm. So it was no need.
But you understood that the court indicated that you had to give the key. So was your impression that if you didn't set the alarm, that satisfied the court's order?
It was. I did make that assumption.
And with regards to access to the code or the alarm system, does he have access to that now?
No, he does not.
Now, has the alarm system been on since he's been back at the house?
No, it has not.
And why is there an alarm system at the house? Was it always there?
It was not. We hadn't had an alarm in over 10 years.
And when did you get this alarm system?
In August of this year, just before the ex parte.
And why did you get an alarm system then?
To help me know when he was coming and going into the house.
And why would you need to know that?
Because I feared for my safety.
Now, with regards to the keys, tell the court, did you receive keys with regards to the house that the
I-
locks were changed?
I did not, and no, I did not.
Did you know that the keys that were in the door was your keys to get?
I did not.
So as of this day, you have not actually gotten keys to the door, is that correct?
No, now that I know that no,
Now, how many locks were changed?
all of the locks.
And how many would that be?
Six.
6 locks altogether?
Yes, ma'am.
Humble brag. 6 locks, baby.
And with regards to this garage, what happened with the garage opener?
It was on the table, but when I came back to the house, it was so much stuff in the dining room. I couldn't even see what was on the table.
So let me back you up. It was on what table?
The formal dining room table.
And what day was it on the formal dining room table?
At least August the 10th when I left the house, August the 10th.
Okay. And when you returned on August the 15th, did you check the dining room table?
I did not. I just saw a lot of stuff in there. No, I did not.
All right. And so when you did return to the house, with regards to the garage lock or garage opener, did you check then once you returned to the house to see if it was still there?
I looked on the table, but I didn't see it there.
Were you contacted by Mr. Finley's attorney with regards of the keys or the garage door or any of the locks, anything regarding the house?
No.
Now, Mr. Finley had testified earlier that he doesn't communicate with you at all, does not have any conversation. Since the court's order has been put in place, has he communicated with you?
No, he has not.
Has his attorney communicated with you with regards of anything that you may have failed to do with regards to this court's order?
No, she has not.
Now, you got an ex parte before the court had a final hearing on the issue early August. Where did you get those cameras?
It's only one camera. It's a Google indoor-outdoor camera. It was outside. It was in the garage because it was an installer that was supposed to come to the home. Unfortunately, I had 2 friends to pass away in 1 week, and I couldn't meet the installer because I was at a funeral at Word of Faith, and I asked him could he come back another day, and unfortunately I have not, because I would have had to move the stuff off that side for the installer to install the camera above the second garage door. That is what that camera's purpose is to go above the second garage door.
So you have not been able to finalize that because of the deaths in and I'm sorry about your friends, because of the
Yeah.
funerals that you had to attend?
Yes, and then I just would work and everything. I had not been able to schedule, but I was paying someone to put that camera outdoors above the second garage.
Now, there was testimony earlier about a camera in your office. What is that about?
I moved that camera from the garage into my office where I keep my door closed.
And
Now,
why did you do that?
because I didn't want there to be a recording of it being in the house.
Is your office in the house?
It is, but I keep the door closed. So, yeah.
So did you intentionally mean to violate the court's order without disconnecting that camera?
No, I did not.
So what was the purpose of the camera again?
It's to go on above the second garage door outside to give visibility to the remainder of the driveway entrance.
And have you made arrangements to go ahead and get that done?
No, I still have not. But I can.
Ms. Finley, there's been a lot of testimony with regards of you violating the court's order. Ms. Finley, did you intentionally violate the court's order?
No, I did not.
Did you intentionally not provide Mr. Finley any of the garage door opener or the keys to the house or any of that?
No, I did not.
Now, you previously indicated that a lot of the things that were done was done at the time that you got the ex parte. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And between the time that you got the ex parte and the time that the court entered the order, had you been able to make any of the changes that the court had indicated you needed to do? With regards to the cameras, with regards to the keys, with regards to any of the stuff?
I did disconnect the cameras. I did do that. But that was done during the ex parte. But no, I have not. I was out of town.
And since you've been in town, is there a reason why you haven't done it?
The locks were already changed. I don't have a key.
Ms. Finley, what are you asking the court to do today with regards to this motion for contempt against you?
I would ask that the court please dismiss this motion. I would ask that they remove have them to remove that molded furniture from up here because I'm not feeling well. And then, I mean, I would like to just go back into the master bedroom and just put all my stuff in there and just stay put until the divorce till we can figure it out.
Are you asking the court to remove Mr. Finley from the house?
Yes, as well.
Now, Mr. Finley had testified earlier with regards to his equipment and his need to be in the house to be able to do his work. Do you have any knowledge of that?
Ma'am, yes, he could do his work from anywhere. He does his work from anywhere.
And how do you know that?
I've witnessed him doing work from anywhere. I've gone on some of the trips with him and he's done his job.
And these are trips that you've gone on throughout the marriage?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have nothing further from my client other than redirect.
Cross.
Excuse me.
Ms. Finley, you were not represented at the
All right, we're gonna listen to a little bit of the cross. How can there possibly still be an hour and 15 minutes left? I don't know. But let's listen to cross and see what happens. I'm jealous now. I see that there's pizza on the way. God damn it. I want pizza too, man. I want some pizza. Oh my god, also it's very hot here. I'm melting. Melting. She's melting.
TPO, correct?
Correct. Yes.
But you could have been, could you not?
Yes.
Okay, so by you not having an attorney, you were representing yourself, correct?
Yes.
And as such, you could have emailed me directly, correct? About anything, correct?
I would not know.
But you could have emailed me to say, hey, here are the keys, here are the access codes to the alarm system. You could have sent me that email as a pro se plaintiff, correct?
I don't even know what a pro se plaintiff is.
Meaning you're not represented. Since you did not have an attorney, you could have communicated to me directly about anything related to the TPO, correct?
No, I did not know you were representing him until we came to court.
I filed an entry of appearance, correct?
I did not see that.
Okay, so when you did file for this TPO, you were getting emails and notices about that TPO, were you not? From the court?
An email, yes.
All right, so when I filed my entry of appearance, you would have seen that I was representing Mr. Finley on this case. You did not get an email, is your testimony?
Yes, I have through that service that the courts have. Yes. I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Okay. So let me get the timeline right. You filed for petition for family violence, right?
I did.
All right, and then we had a hearing on that. Well, there was a hearing, you did not show up, correct?
Correct.
All right, and then you filed it again.
Correct.
And based on that petition, you received an ex parte order.
Correct.
And it was your understanding that within 30 or 20 days, you were supposed to come back to see if that family violence order was going to be extended. Was that
Oh.
explained to you?
Yes.
And instead of waiting for your day in court, instead of waiting for the judge to say whether or not that family violence order was going to be extended, you took it upon yourself to move my client's items out of the master suite, correct?
Correct.
Into the Jack and Jill room, correct?
Correct.
And you did not have permission or orders giving you permission to do so, did you, at that time?
No.
You said that you were afraid. All right. Is it your testimony that the TV had been separated since 2013, correct?
Your Honor, I would object. I don't believe us talking about the separation. Ms. Finley didn't testify to that today.
I'm just asking in the
We're getting into the divorce case.
no, we're getting to a history of domestic violence, Judge, and she's if I can have some leniency here, Judge.
Okay.
All right. So you have been out of the marital residence, I'm sorry, the master suite for quite some time, were you not?
That's not factual. I wasn't sleeping in there, but I was in and out. So no.
All right. So your personal items or some of your personal items were still in the master suite, correct?
Correct.
And you were still getting ready in the master bathroom, correct? Your items are still in there?
The closet mostly.
Okay. And you kept your dirty clothes in the master suite, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And yet you were afraid of Mr. Finley, but every single morning you would still go into the space where he was sleeping to get ready in the morning?
No, he was in the living room most of the time. The master bedroom would be empty. He slept on the couch most of the time.
And again, Your Honor, I would object to, Ms. Johnson made it perfectly clear that I could not bring up anything with regards to the TPO we were just here today for the motion for contempt, and that's it. But she's getting into domestic violence in the TPO. Now, if the court would like to extend that same courtesy to me, my client can testify with regards to those issues with regards to domestic violence.
I'll just move on, Judge, but just to.
No, thank you.
You testified that you could not move into the Jack and Jill bedrooms because there are no beds in there, correct?
Correct.
But you could have gone to Solomon's room, could you not? There
I'm
was
in
still a bed
Solomon's
there.
room now, but I could show you how
I'll
I'm
take that as
living
a
though.
yes, Judge.
Yeah.
So you could have moved into Solomon's room and you decided not to.
Correct.
All right. And you know that we did file this motion for contempt, oh gosh, back on September 7th, correct?
Correct.
And you still did not move your items out even after we filed this contempt action against you, right?
Correct.
You didn't do that until this weekend, correct?
That was a little after we finished court the last time. I
Okay.
moved my things out.
All right. And you said that you moved your items out of the master bedroom. What about the bathroom? Have things been moved out since?
Everything is completely moved. Yes.
When did you move the things out or your personal effects out of the master bathroom?
A day after our last court date.
Which was last week, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you were testifying that the reason you didn't move out of the master bedroom is because, according to you, there was no room in the Jack and Jill rooms, right?
Correct.
So what stopped you from moving your personal items out of the master bathroom?
There is speaker and personal effects from the petitioner all through that bathroom as well, across the hall.
Ma'am,
Mhm.
you understand that you were ordered to not only move your personal effects out of the bathroom, the master bathroom, you were supposed to move your personal effects out of the bathroom as well, right? You do understand that?
The master bedroom, everything is moved from the master bedroom and bath.
Okay, but you didn't move the items out of the master bathroom until this weekend or shortly right after Judge Manning said you're giving a few more days to abide by her order, right?
Correct. Correct.
All right, so you gave an explanation as to why you did not move out of the bedroom, which that may or may not be accepted by Judge Manning, that's up to her. But you didn't really explain to me why you didn't move your personal effects out of the master bathroom. Do you have an explanation as to why you divide that part of the order?
The bathroom and put it where?
How many bathrooms are in that house?
4, and they
4.
are all occupied
So
with stuff.
Judge Manning ordered you to pick a bathroom and to pick a bedroom. Okay, you gave
Yes.
him a reason, sort of an excuse, as to why you didn't abide by that order pursuant to the bedroom. But what about the bathroom? There are 3 other bathrooms you could have chosen from. Why didn't you move your personal effects out of the bathroom up until recently?
For me, I wanted Solomon's room and Solomon's stuff to be off limits, so that wasn't even a consideration in my thought. And the other bathroom, the Jack and Jill bathroom, is occupied with Craig's stuff. The bathroom downstairs is a guest bathroom, and there is no room for my stuff in there. So my stuff is actually in the hallway on the catwalk.
So in other words, in part, the reason you did not move your things out of that bathroom as Judge Manning orders you to do so is because, to use your words, you didn't want to, correct? You
That's
don't want to,
incorrect. That's incorrect.
ma'am. When Judge Manning issued her order and she said y'all are going to VRBO the master suite, did you put a lock on the master bedroom door?
Yes.
Okay. Did you provide my client with the key to that lock?
No.
And it's still your testimony that you are not in willful contempt of Judge Manning's order.
Yes.
I have nothing further, Judge.
Your Honor, I have to like to do some redirect. Miss Finley, with regards to the lock to the bedroom, when was that put on? Was that put on at the ex parte or after the court issued the August 13th order?
The ex parte.
So at the time that you all came to court, that lock was already on that door. Is that correct?
Yes.
And with regards to the bathroom, you had indicated that you were trying to respect your son's bedroom and didn't want to put the stuff into his bedroom. But after court last week, before the judge, you recognized that the court says, get your stuff out the bathroom. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was that a willful intent of your part to just defy the court by leaving your stuff in the bathroom?
No.
And your stuff is where now?
And on the catwalk in the hallway outside.
Now, you had indicated earlier you didn't understand what pro se means. Do you have a better understanding of that now?
A little bit.
And at the time that you were representing yourself with regards to the TPO hearing, were you aware that you had the ability to communicate with opposing counsel?
No, I did not. No.
Your Honor, I have nothing further with regards to this issue.
Anything else, Ms. Johnson?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. You have anything else, Ms. Bell?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
All right, hold on one second. I got a couple of questions. Let me look at my notes real.
What's she looking at?
All right. So the first one is, who's going to change the code that was shared on the screen for, I think it was the alarm system? Because now everybody, if there's anybody watching, has that code. So somebody needs to change a code because that was broadcast over YouTube.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Number 2, and let me ask the lawyer first. So both of these individuals own rental houses, like separate rental houses? How many rental houses are they and who lives in?
Yes, ma'am. There's 2 for Craig and 1 for LaQuasha.
Are they all rented out?
My home is rented out, Your Honor.
Okay. What about his? Mr. Finley, what about the 2 you own?
That is correct. They are both rented, Your Honor.
I mean, there's stuff packed up all over your house. Every room is full of stuff.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
Why? Has it always been like that? I mean, y'all have a basement, and why bring this ratty couch covered with mold upstairs?
Your Honor, may I respond to that?
If you're going to respond directly to what I asked, yes.
All of my things were placed in that one room. And I had nowhere to go through and figure out where my underwear, my socks, my deodorant, or anything. And so I had to try to organize myself. And I was doing it under the duress of knowing that I had to go on a trip where I was a speaker at an IBM event. If I had moved my things as you ordered, I would know where everything was. I did not touch any of her things.
Why'd you bring the moldy couch up from the basement? I don't even understand. Why did you bring stuff up from the basement? What? I don't even understand.
All right. So in that moment, although she moved her things out, she left kids' toys in the closet, and I needed space to just lay out my stuff. If we go back and look at that picture, all of my things are laying on top of furniture. And I mean, I'm really trying to get back to work, do my job, and then prepare for the next place that I had to go. So when I went downstairs, while I had day laborers and help with it, the blue couch that used to be in the master bedroom that was transported to the basement, I told those guys, yeah, you might as well bring that up as well, because I planned to have it treated, and it was treated last night. It is clean. I had it professionally treated yesterday.
Honor, it's not clean, Your Honor. It still smells terrible in here throughout. And it never was in the house. I don't understand why he brought it up either, Your Honor. It's never been in the house.
Because I don't trust the bed that you
I'll
left.
talk to her.
Yes, ma'am.
And Your Honor, also the green sofa that I moved to the basement, I only moved that large green sofa, and you didn't see that. He put that green sofa in the dining room. So that green sofa is now in the dining room in front of the formal dining room table. He could have easily, I wouldn't have even said anything if he slept on that green sofa in the dining room, because that's the only place it could fit. That would have been okay, but I don't understand why he brought that sofa and love seat up there. Your Honor, I apologize.
When I did this here, I said, we're going to treat that like a VRBO. Both of y'all could pick a bedroom. And you take your little suitcase with your clothes in there, just like you were staying a weekend at a VRBO. I don't know what was so hard to understand. I know I have an accent, and I have been, like I said, I like to say, I know I've been told it sounds like cornbread and buttermilk when I talk. But, treat it like a VRBO. Pick a room, move your stuff into it 1 week. I mean, I did it like people do children. One Saturday to the next Saturday. Week on, week off, week on, week off. One, to make a point, it's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is honestly ridiculous. I emailed Judge Williams Chambers again to get y'all, because y'all are looking at sometime in 2023, and
Thank you.
y'all got it. This is War of the Roses. I guess you're not tearing it up, but you're stacking crap everywhere.
He is.
And making it unlivable. I mean, you say, well, if you can live in that room, you can get in that room. Everybody wanted to keep Solomon out of it, but you everything's stacked in there in his room. I told you, he's not going to want to go home and be in between all this anyway. If he walks in that house, he's going to see what's going on in there. Oh, God. Kitchen, you can't go anywhere in the kitchen. I really try to be creative in some of these.
Yes. And Your Honor, I don't want him to see this if he comes in November because it's like
Your Honor,
stuff stacked on the bed. I don't
posting a
want, I,
lot of
so,
commentary and my client is biting his tongue.
Oh, I know.
Let's not forget that she's the one who put him in the middle of this. But I'm gonna stop. But if I want to stop, then she needs to stop too, Judge, or my client needs to be able to talk to.
No, both of them giving me a whole bunch of commentary, but
Now, Your Honor, we did not get the chance to address the attorney fees. I had the docket checked. It's not on the docket for the divorce case or the TPO. I'm not sure where Ms. Johnson filed it at. But I did have my staff check and I don't have any record of it to be able to at least have some questions regarding it.
I can pull it up.
John, does the attorneys have anything final to say so I can make my ruling?
Your Honor, this is Ms. Johnson's motion. I don't know if she wants to speak first.
I can speak first, and I'm
Go ahead.
looking at the stamp filed copy of my affidavit and attorney's fees now, so I can email that to the court, Judge. But by way of argument, Your Honor, her own testimony tells you that she defied your order because she didn't want to do it. Her own testimony says that, you know, the reason she filed this for this ex parte and family violence order is because she was not happy with the fact that we're going to wait until 2023 before we can even get in front of the judge for a final hearing on the divorce. And I understand the court's frustration, and I'm right there with you too. This is absolutely ridiculous. But my client had already been in that master suite since 2010. He had already been sleeping there. He had already been getting ready there each morning. He occasionally slept on the couch, yes, and he testified as to why he was doing that. But it's Ms. Finley who has taken upon herself to basically do self-help here. And she used the TPO proceedings in order to gain an advantage in the divorce action and to get her way. That's exactly what she did. She went down and she filed for this petition for family violence on bogus and inaccurate information and just falsified facts here. And Your Honor, thank you for seeing straight through that. You made no finding of fact of family violence. You saw right through it. But that gave her just enough time to do exactly what she wanted to do, to stir the pot, to get up under his skin, to get back into that master suite. That is exactly what she planned on doing. This is calculated. And so far she's gotten away with it. Now it's my client who has been living in that master suite all this time. And he would testify, and I think he already did, that all of his things were confined to that master suite. I absolutely agree with you. I saw the pictures. He and I have been talking about this since the very beginning. And that is, she has her things thrown all over the house. She has occupied the family room. She has occupied some of her things still in the master suite, even though she doesn't sleep there. The vanity in the master bathroom, she still had her things there. She still keeps her dirty clothes in the master suite. She still has things piled up in the Jack and Jill room. She's all over the place. And he was trying to keep the peace and saying, okay, fine. Look at her own exhibit, Judge, that photograph that she introduced into evidence, where you can see that all of his things were in the master suite, including his workout equipment. He is trying to keep the peace and stay away from her and wait his turn for his day in court. And she has done this. And you're absolutely right. While he was out of the house doing that ex parte order, it was Miss Finley who did all of this while Solomon was still at home. Mr. Finley testified he found out that his things were moved out of the marital suite from Solomon. She has done this. So I don't think it's fair that the one person who has not only violated this court's order, not only has she refused to wait for her day in court, there are several hundreds, if not thousands of people in the same situation as they are in because of the backlog. You have to wait your turn. Not only has she, acted as if she's more important than everyone else who needs to wait for their day in court, she's violated this court's order. She's abused the TPO system to gain an advantage in a divorce. But what gets me is that so far she's gotten away with it. And she wants you, Your Honor, to issue an order to allow her to continue to do so. Either issue an order stating that he has to move out when I really haven't heard anything where he's done anything wrong. I get the furniture, he'll move the furniture back down to the garage if that upsets the court. But other than that, substantially, he has complied with this court's order. In fact, he has complied substantially with the standing order. He's trying not to step on her toes. He's trying to stay away from her. But she, for once, is not getting her way. And this is her attempt to get her way. I'm asking your court, the judge, to rule that she is in willful contempt of court. She did install those cameras, and they are activated despite your order. Keep in mind, those went up after you said that everything is supposed to be taken down and disconnected. She did basically barricade herself in the master suite. She changed the lock in the master bedroom, did not provide my client with the key to the master bedroom. She did go in and move his things. She should not have been touching his things. She should have waited for him to come in so that he knows exactly where everything is. He was abiding by your order. And she refused and failed to do something as simple as move your things out of the master bedroom and move your things out of the bathroom. There are 4 bathrooms in there, in that house. She could have picked 2 of them, really, if she really wanted to.
There are 4 bedrooms. Are there 4 bedrooms also?
There are 4 bedrooms and 4 baths, is my understanding, Judge.
Okay.
She
All right, go
is in willful contempt of court. And what makes this sad, and I'm frustrated, is because he has now been billed, starting at 12 o'clock this afternoon, he has been billed $5,737.50 on this TPO. That's less, that's actually
$5,000, $5 TPOs. Ladies and gentlemen, get them here. $5 TPO shows. Thank you so much, NPC. I was gonna have turkey wraps with lettuce, ranch dressing, and like tomatoes and avocados. That was my idea for that. And then I have gotten hungry, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll make pasta. You know, my brain always thinks of pasta, but it's hot as fuck, I would say. So a cold dinner might be the ideal.
a lot more than what I've actually billed him for that underlying divorce, because we're patiently waiting our turn, waiting for our turn. We are asking for reimbursement. I don't know why they're not seeing the affidavit in support of my fees. It is filed. I'm looking at it right now. If I may, that affidavit in support of attorney's fees was filed on August 4th. And I'm looking at it right. I'll try to share my screen again, but we all know how that goes.
I've got Odyssey. I can.
You have it. All right. So I'll just wrap up with this. Judge, normally I will say it takes two to tango. It takes two to fight. I've been talking to my client. He's accepted that this marriage is over. He's accepted. He's ready for it to be over. He has to wait his turn. He has to wait for his day in court. He's patiently waiting for that. Okay. I'm not hearing where he's done anything. Maybe the furniture, maybe. But other than that, what has he done in violation of your order? This is all her. That's all I have, Judge.
Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Finley, the court did not hear our position of what he has violated because our motion for contempt was not heard today. So let me start with that. But he has also violated the court's order. Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Finley, I think what's really interesting today is that Mr. Finley as a counsel is trying to portray him as he is being a victim in this matter. But I think that the court had the right question of who would bring molded furniture upstairs and put it in the house. Now, for some people, that just seems like something trivial, that's not a big deal. But for those of us who work in the criminal and the civil and the family law cases, we all know it's strategic. It is a way to affect somebody. It is a way to intimidate somebody. It is a way to let somebody know that I am going to do whatever I want, whenever I want. But see, I'm not going to do this particular item because my attorney told me not to do that. But my attorney didn't tell me I couldn't fill up both rooms of the Jack and Jill rooms. My attorney did not tell me that I could not change the locks or, reach out to my son to see if he has the keys that I can get into the house. Your Honor, Mr. Finley is not a victim. The court did not allow us to get into the evidence with regards to what it should have been heard with regards to the TPO. And I understand that we are here on the contempt matter. On this contempt matter, what you heard today, Your Honor, is that your order was issued. My client was out of town. When my client returned in town, she came with the police, she got some items and she left. You have a video that was shown indicating that the officer asked her about, some code. She didn't give it right then and there, but we did provide the text message, and I apologize for putting it, full blast because I forgot that the court was recording on YouTube. So that is my fault for that. But nonetheless, she did communicate with him. And he indicated during his testimony that she should have received something back saying, you've been blocked. We showed you the text stream, Your Honor. She did not receive anything. She did not have any knowledge that he did not obtain that information. You've heard testimony from my client with regards to the garage key opener, the garage door opener, that where it was placed at, and when she went to go look for it, it was no longer there. She did not willfully fail to provide that to Mr. Finley. If anything, she tried to stay out of his way. She stayed in the master bedroom after the court order was issued because she had no other place to move to because he had filled the other rooms. And he even testified that there's no way to sleep in the other room. The only room to take was Solomon's room. I'm a parent, Your Honor. I generally probably would have left my kid room alone and not go into that child's room. But everybody has their own personal views as to whether she should have took Solomon's room or not. And even taking Solomon's room, it still does not allow her to remove all of her personal items. We talk about my client's items being all over the house, but we didn't talk about how Mr. Finley's items are all over the house too. These people lived in this house and they got stuff everywhere. Now, the garage had stuff in it, the basement got stuff in it. He tried to explain to the court that he moved the moldy furniture up there. For what reason? And after the court issued an order that you need to pick one in a room, so why would you pick a room that one of you can sleep in and make it impossible to sleep in? He admitted his testimony that there are no beds to sleep in the Jack and Jill room. So now the real question for the court is, you have an order in place that says the parties are supposed to pick a room in the house and rotate from the master bedroom to that other room. Well, Your Honor, where was Miss Finley supposed to rotate to? And his testimony was Solomon's room. So does that mean that the parties were going to rotate Solomon's room and the master bedroom? I don't think that was the court's intent when the court entered its order. I think the court's intent was, you guys have a couple of spare bedrooms, you can use that. But Mr. Finley made that impossible for Ms. Finley to comply with the court's order. Your Honor, is my client perfect? I'm not saying that she's not. But what I am saying today is, now my client is sick based on Mr. Finley's action by creating a dangerous situation, putting her health at risk. This is a person who says, oh, I'm trying to keep the peace. This is a person that says, I'm not doing nothing wrong. Well, putting a person's health at risk, Your Honor, is something wrong. Putting a person's health at risk, Your Honor, is endangering their life. Now, it may not be extreme as putting a gun to somebody's head, but I don't know if the court is aware of when people get ill with mold in their system, it can become deadly. Your Honor, Ms. Finley is not in willful contempt. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what the remedy is for the court today with regards to this situation. My client filed her protective order because she is concerned for her safety. I like to call it nice nasty. That's the game that Mr. Finley plays. I'm not doing nothing, but he's doing something behind your back and you can't really tell what's really going on. I'm not doing nothing, but I'm moving stuff over here, so you don't really know what's going on. At the end of the day, Your Honor, my client is not in willful contempt. The number of things that they are alleging that she did based on this contempt were things that were done prior to the court's order that was entered. So she did not violate the court's order in that sense. She was under the impression that she was supposed to move her furniture along, because, you know, she has said that to me, that the court said I had to move my dresser, my nightstand. Maybe that was her misinterpretation when you told her remove her personal items. But nonetheless, once she understood what the court indicated that she needed to do, she made sure that she took care of that and she moved out of that bedroom, Your Honor. With regards to this camera issue, Your Honor, she testified that the camera is supposed to go outside, but she has not been able to have the people come in and set the camera up because it is a Google outdoor camera. Your Honor, we're asking the court to find that my client is not in willful contempt of court. We're asking the court not to award attorney fees. Again, I have not been able to see the bills. I've had my people check Odyssey. They weren't able to recover those bills. I believe $5,000 for a TPO may seem to be a little extreme with regards to the TPO and a motion for contempt. But again, my hourly rate at $425. So I don't know until I look at the bill, so you'd be able to ascertain whether that is reasonable or not. Your Honor, we would also ask the court schedule our motion for contempt against Mr. Finley, because this is, it takes two, and this is a situation where we believe that my client is not in contempt, but that he is in contempt, Your Honor.
All right.
May I finish my closing, Judge? I
Correct.
think, all right. First of all, Your Honor, they could have brought to the court's attention any allegations that my client has violated your order. I think what they're trying to argue, Judge, is unclean hands. That's a specific defense that could have been pled in their response. They didn't do it. Secondly, Your Honor, ignorance of the law and procedure is not an excuse not to abide by it. Ms. Finley decided to show up at that TPO hearing unrepresented. And as such, she is put in the position and she is expected to be able to present herself as if she were either an attorney or as if she were represented by one. So that's just, you know, that's no excuse. Third, Your Honor, even if you do consider some of the allegations that they're making against my client, that he's in violation of your order, which he's not. Nothing that they're claiming that my client has done, including moving up the furniture, is a direct violation of your order. It isn't. Unlike the behavior that we have discussed that Ms. Finley has been exhibiting since the issuance of your order. And fourth, Your Honor, finally, I'm sorry, I don't understand why the cameras are there. I don't understand why she installed those cameras. I get what she's saying, that she's waiting for someone to install those cameras on the outside. She did not give a reason as to why the cameras are plugged in right now. She did not explain away the camera that's in her bedroom or her office space. She's not supposed to have it. And again, it goes back to what I said earlier. She does what she wants to do. She did not disconnect the camera out of the garage or the camera in her office because she didn't want to. She didn't give him a key to the lock to the bedroom door that you said is supposed to be rotating. The occupancy of that is supposed to be rotating on a weekly basis. She didn't do it because she didn't want to. Whatever she does not want to do, she won't do it. That is why we're asking for the relief we're seeking here today, that she be ordered to either vacate the marital suite, the master suite, so he can move back in, like he's been there since 2010, or vacate entirely, Judge. That is what we're asking for. And as far as attorney's fees, this is probably the most I have ever charged on a TPO. It really is. But let's not forget that my time announcement, Judge, was 30 minutes. And of all the testimony that I've presented, I would wager most of it probably does not even amount to 30 minutes, Judge. This is all on Ms. Finley and her attorney. We are asking for those reimbursement of fees.
All right. You folks give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to try to call Judge Williams Chambers right now. I'll be right back and tell you my decision. but it's as long as you follow 1,000.
Oh, 6, you went and called the other judge, plus we got to skip a little bit, now we're just got... No fucking way. 32 minutes left? No! No! How is that possible? I think... Ugh.
Ms. Johnson. Mr. Finley.
Hello.
All right. So
My hair's flat.
I don't know what this house looked like ahead of time. I mean, there's rolling. Mr. Finley. Are you watching it, Mr. Finley? Because your screen just lit up like you're watching it in the background on YouTube or something. So yeah, you're watching the stream instead of paying attention to what's going on. That's why I'm hearing myself in the background. I mean, there's rolling.
Hmm.
All right, so obviously you can get this in sooner if Judge Bryce hears it. That's what Ms. Walton just said. They're also going to try to get y'all on sooner, but if as long as you follow 1,004, people are just prolonging it. I think they need to modify those so that issues can be heard instead of this. But I will say, like I said last time, I want that master bedroom. I want all the drawers empty. I want everything out of the bathroom. Personal belongings, shampoo, deodorant. I want it to be like you went to a VRBO or a hotel room to check in for a few days. That's what I want. Sorry, I keep going blurry on here. That's what I want. That's what I said before. And that's what I want now. And here's what we're going to do, because y'all need to sell this house. And if I was somebody, I'd probably ask to leave a court, put that thing up for sale. Because y'all are just like the War of the Roses. And I'm not making light of anything other than the situation here where you can't figure out who's going to sleep in what room. Because since I've been doing this hearing, probably 100 people have been killed. People have lost their lives. Some to violence, some to illness. And we are sitting here because, one, ma'am, I said, take your personal stuff out of there. Do you think for some reason, all of a sudden, if you haven't been staying in there, you got to pick up a nightstand and take it out? He brings up crap from the basement that's moldy. There's stuff sitting in every room. I don't know. Like I said, Solomon probably doesn't want to come home. He can't get in the front door. He can't move around. But what we're going to do is that master bedroom is going to be cleaned out, not pack it. Mr. Finley?
Your Honor, I can show you the video to show you that it's empty today.
Okay, that's fine. Great, because at least she took my advice to clean everything out. So it's empty. And it's going to be just like, when you leave, strip the sheets off the bed, you wash them, bring your own linens. Period. But it's going to be week on, week off in this house. Because y'all don't need to be in the same house together. You can't engage common sense, sir, and you, ma'am, that one, the way you get arrested for violating things is because you called the police. And for some reason, you didn't think that keys hanging out the door, ma'am, on a pink key ring had anything to do with a house key. It was in the door. And sir, you spent all that money, ridiculous. You could have easily went by and got the keys from your son or something. You could have done something other than spending all that money. And then you just had the couch cleaned because it was just done yesterday. Where are you going to put it? Why did you even have it cleaned? You had it cleaned to be stacked up in the living room and stacked up everywhere? Insane, insane. Think of it as going to camp. Because, sir, you just sit there and said, I'll sleep on the couch. But you're making a big deal about, week on, week off, Saturday to Saturday. It's like it. Well, I think I made it Saturday. Did I, Ms. Johnson?
Yes, you did, Judge.
Okay, sorry, it was just pulling up. It's slow pulling it up. When one person gets there, and they go in that master bedroom, that's not going to have cameras, locks. The bathroom's going to be clean. The sheets are going to be stripped off the bed. You can bring your own bed linens. It's going to be, you're going to vacuum, mop the floor, sweep the floor, whatever you got to do. You're going to clean it and leave it, or you're not going to get your deposit kind of thing. How about that? Okay. Bring your clothes like you're going to stay somewhere for the week or for the week. And you're just on a week vacation at home, sir. You did stuff while you were gone for work. So take stuff that you can work on somewhere else. Go into an office space. You didn't always work remotely, so there should be something you got to do. Y'all, honestly, somebody needs to kick a renter out and move into the rental houses, because if your properties weren't rented, that marital property would stay empty and each would go to a rental house. And Ms. Finley, you're being difficult, but Mr. Finley, you're just as difficult. You are just as difficult every time you open your mouth to answer a question. You just can't answer a question. I still never really got how much anybody makes, but you spent that money to unlock the doors. That's money out of your pocket, because you could have thought about how, let me go by and see my son so I can get the keys. I'm suggesting somebody withdraw 1,000 forces. Y'all could get in front of one of the JOs. I want to set this down for a compliance to see how this is going in 30 days. I have given you both, what, 3 hours of time? 3 hours of time. Everybody's heard everything. I've looked at pictures of, I don't know, just stuff piled everywhere. Kitchen, living room, all these bedrooms. I want to bring y'all back in 30 days because I want to see how this is going to go. Because if somebody comes back and you're not leaving that room clean and you're not doing anything else, both people, y'all are going to kick your renters out and y'all are both going to find somewhere else to stay. Ms. Bay, I think you said it before that you thought maybe that I had some preconceived ruling or something on this case when I said Judge Williams won't put up with this. I'm telling you, ask any lawyer that's been in front of her in Fulton County, she is going to be livid. I suggest y'all find a really good mediator. Try to mediate this case. I'm going to put this back on. Everybody look at your calendars, because we're going to see how everybody's behaving in 30 days. I'll look at your, if both of you want to send me I'm giving some fees because I think I was very clear on my order, how it was supposed to be treated and why you didn't communicate about the keys, the code and all this. Cameras. I have absolutely no problem with camera outside of the house. Yeah, was the garage inside the house or outside the house? Seriously. If they are inside, they are not to be. They're to be taken down, unplugged, disconnected. What other word do we need? Put it away in a box, put it in the basement, put them in the moldy couch. I don't want them operating in that house. Now, ma'am, when you're there, if you want to put one in the house, maybe you're scared something's going to happen, the little indoor, outdoor, you can put it in there only while you're there. If that makes sense. Sir, you can do the same thing. The week you stay there, you can put a little indoor, outdoor camera in the house. but they do not stay up when the other party, I will not have the other party looking in on somebody. Don't touch one another's stuff, but right now it's all marital property, so you can touch what you want to. Council, do y'all have your calendars up?
They're gonna figure out a time. That's the end of my time, though, I promise you. We will actually have quite a bit more Judge Manning upcoming. Thank you for being here tonight. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon, probably 4:45 or 5 o'clock, depending if Colin does a show. I can never remember if he does on Sundays, but I'm going to try and bang out 2 shows tomorrow. Next case. Courtney, I love you so much. It is hot as fuck. I'm melting. My hair's straightened. My makeup's melting off. I love you guys, though. Do me a favor. Remember that I love you and I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.